to open the Chester Farmers and Artisans Market. One day as I was shopping at a market in Charleston, I thought, you know, why don't we have one of those? And then another time when I was shopping at a market in Rock Hill, I thought, why don't we have one of those? And another time, and you know, you just kind of passes through your mind and you let it go, and then one day you just say, you know what, we need one, we ought to do it. So, I'm a volunteer. I'm not handy, particularly for crafts, and I know I'm not a good farmer, but I sure do enjoy shopping, all right? So I thought, let's get together and let's have a farmer's market and have it the best in the region, the best we can do. Let's make this a place where people want to come. They want to sell what they make, what they grow, and what they enjoy. And let's have events to help those people do that, okay? So, that's why we're here today. The city was kind enough to lend us, they didn't give me the building, okay, to lend us this building, which was an old feed store, as most of you know from history. We're going to go in it a little bit, and I'll share the dream that I had for it. We've already started on it. The city was also kind enough to tell us that this hopefully will be paved pretty soon. They put in for a grant, and so we'll have a paved parking lot and a wonderful building, and then all of you guys will have a wonderful place to sit, okay? And I would really appreciate if you go out and spread the word of what we're trying to do so more people will become interested, so that I can buy all my vegetables here and all my shrubbery here and all the cakes when it's time when I don't want to bake or anything else. I can buy it right here in Chester, all right? Now, it has worked very well over there under the shed in the past. One problem with the shed, however, is it's not that large. The other problem is in August, maybe I should say in June, it's kind of hot, okay? And in November, when it's time to sell pumpkins, it's kind of cold. And it sure isn't wonderful in the rain. So an indoor building is better if you have one for a farmer's market. So that's what we're going to try to do. With that in mind, Clemson, Robin, and Ben, and the rest of the Clemson community has volunteered to help us. They've volunteered to do anything. As a matter of fact, they've already helped us write a grant that will allow us to advertise the Farmers and Artisans Market of Chester County and do other things like educational programs for the community, anybody that's interested in packaging and marketing their products, putting their stuff on the web, all those things that we haven't done before. Clemson actually wrote the grant, submitted it to the USDA, and hopefully for our programs we'll have $900,000 maximum, and maybe a little less, but we should know in July and get the check by October. We also are applying for 2 other grants, one to Lowe's to help with capital improvement, and one to another organization for the same reason, because see, the USDA will help you guys make money, but they're not going to build us a building. So we have to beg and borrow and do that ourselves, which is fine. I'm off to a good start on that. At this point, the Career Center, the gentleman out there, Mr. Brown, who has award-winning bricklayers, came over and repointed as a voluntary project the bricks on the other side of the wall, of the outside wall. Weather or whatever had worn them away over the years. After all, this was built in the early 1900s. So it's okay to be a little worn, but we had to repoint the bricks so that the wall would be more secure. The next thing that will happen, so that you are the first to know, is Mr. Roddy has volunteered the county to come in and help us clean out the inside. That's going to be some hard work, and when we go in, and we're going to go in and see it, there's a ceiling at both sides of the building. All that will come out, so we'll see the rafters, we'll see the skylights, and it'll be a little cooler, but more than that, it'll be nice, or as women would say, pretty, and more appropriate for what we have. Now, what does it mean for a farmers and artisans market? That means that we're going to blend the old rules and a couple of new things together. For this summer, unfortunately, because we couldn't do this fast enough, we're still going to be over at the old shed. Before, it's been open 3 days to sell, so we don't want to change that. If anybody wants to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays and sell, that's wonderful. And we're going to give you all the rules and the hours and everything else for you to see. However, on Saturday, that will be the big change. It'll still be over there, but there are a couple of things that are going to happen. We're going to try to have an event to draw the public in. Okay, for example, on June 20th, we hope to have 2 people playing music. We're going to have the mayor doing a ribbon cutting. We're going to have some demonstrations, right?
Yes.
Some demonstrations. Can I add something to that June 20th thing, just so you know? A lot of people in town know Miss Eloise in town. I'm not sure, I'm sure she's some kind of kin, you know, all the council goes. Her 100th birthday party is the 20th at Anna's Arbor. So y'all need to let those people over there know.
So they can come.
Yeah, because I go to church with her. So, I mean, there's going to be, she's turned 100 and everybody likes her. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people over there for that. And it's right behind you.
The team shows up and helps me put up the awnings, and you show up and give us information like that. It's just a team effort. Thank you. I will check on that tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, we're going to try to have events on Saturday to draw the public in. One of the big things to draw the public in is we will now be SNAP certified. I've never heard the word SNAP except this way, okay? And then SNAP to it. SNAP is the new initials for the old food stamp program. So anyone in Chester to buy food products, and there's certain ones they can buy, certain ones they can come shop with you. They can buy your tomatoes, they can buy your corn, they can buy their produce at the Chester's Farmers Market. And the way they will do that is they have a plastic card that they get, and they have a certain amount of money on that card. And with that card, they can come to the market manager and say, I want to spend $20 today. And the market manager will give that person wooden coins. Because we're not going to have swiping at every table. It just can't be done. They don't run the program like that. I wish they did. They don't. The market manager has to be responsible to the federal government. So we'll give them however much money they want, that they can spend the wooden coinage with the vendor where they're buying food that day. Now, unfortunately for the artisans, they can't buy crafts. I'm sorry, they can't. They can buy food. There's a lot of money in there. At the end of the day, you as a vendor will come to the market manager and say, I have $100 in wooden coins. Put them in a brown envelope, sign them, we'll count them together, sign them, and the next morning you have a check for $100. It's that quick. It's overnight. No hold up, no nothing. Okay, with that in mind, that brings a huge new group of customers, potential customers to the market. And I can tell you my one big fear is they'll all show up, we won't have anything to sell. So get out there and plant stuff, okay? Because it's going to be an educational process to help people improve their health and to help you guys make money. Just that simple. Okay, so we're going to have events. We're SNAP certified. We're going to be over there for the summer, and we're moving in here as quickly as capital improvements can take place.